Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm Zelp, and today we are talking about the Temtems that you can get throughout the game that does not require you to catch them. I feel like this is kind of useful because especially if you're a collector or something, you don't have to spend time hunting for a specific Temtem knowing that you're going to get them somewhere within the game or just by following the campaign or the storyline. So the first Temtem they're gonna get has, three options because you meet the professor. Is gonna offer you one of the three Temtems, and you have to pick which one you want. In my case, I got Crystal, which is a Crystal Temtem. And just before you leave the town, the professor will give you another Temtem, which is a wind type bird called a Tuai. And then upon defeating Sophia, the first dojo boss, you're gonna get a surfboard, which then allows you to go to the Silver Rivers, which you can activate a quest. I have this all talked about in a different video, and from there you can help a kid chase his dreams by introducing him to a captain of a airship. And by doing so, at the end you're given a choice to choose between some credits, or you can pick a Temtem, which you don't really get to pick because it doesn't really tell you that he's going to give you a Temtem. But if you decline his savings, he's going to actually give you a Temtem, which is pretty good. It has 3 max out stats on it, so highly recommend getting it. That Temtem is a Pukey, a water type. Then the next one comes upon defeating the third dojo leader, and she's going to give you a Din that looks kind of like a deer with leaves all over, and that would be a Plum type. Then along the campaign, you'll actually find a Temtem that is engineered, created, produced by humans, and it's a crystal and fire type, and he was like being tortured or something, and then you come over and you kind of adopted him. So he is one of a kind. You can't find it in the wild, or at least that's what the wiki says. And that Temtem is called Anahir, I think. I'm really bad with names, by the way. Now, moving on into the story, you will be breaking out of prison somewhere in the third island, and for a short duration, you kind of lose all your Temtems and whatever items or gears that you have. During this phase, you met someone that's willing to help you and give you his Temtem to make sure that you don't die to the first wild Temtem that you encounter. And the Temtems that it gives you is pretty good. There is a total of 4, which is a Valash that is a neutral and crystal type, a Valkrane which is a fire and earth type, a Wally which is a nature and wind type, a Nesla that's electric and water type. All of them are dual elements and all of their stats are relatively good. So in short, this is the 9 Temtems that you can get without capturing them. All you have to do is just play through the campaign. My crystal has evolved into a Shiro, and I just want to show you guys the stats that he has. It is RNG influenced, but there are some kind of criteria that sort of like govern how the stats might be for all these free Temtems. Like for example, I know that this one, which was a Pukey and evolved into a Piranhan, they has to give you 3 max stats. So you can see 350 over there. I get it for HP, stamina, and speed. You might get it for something else, but there's always 3 of these. Another one that I can show you is the Dinril. I'm not too sure what exactly the condition for this is. This is where you defeat the third dojo leader, and this one has 2, which might be the condition. I'm not really sure. However, let me just show you the 2Y as well, just in case. This came from, as in this stat, the SW came from the 2Y that I got for free. And also finally we have the Anahir thing that I don't really know. It also has 2 max out stats, whereas the others is just okay-ish. We have one kind of bad at 19, which is the attack. Now when it comes to the Temtem that you get after breaking out of the jail, the stats are, in my opinion, pretty good. I think the criteria is that they won't give you anything that has stats that are bad or in the low zone. So everything is either from the medium to high. That means like average or above average. So you don't see any red SVs here. You only see the orange one and the green ones. Let's say the next one is this one, which again just orange and green. And then we have Loali, which is 3 greens, and then we also have Nesla over here, also really good. And Nesla is one of the hard one to get, because if I'm not mistaken, it's like what, 10% at a certain fishing spot or something. Well, I wouldn't really call it a fishing spot. Anyways, so the whole idea of this video is really just to showcase what kind of Temtems you can get without actually going through to try and catch one. And I feel like the Temtems given to you is actually relatively good. Of course, it kind of depends on the RNG as well. If certain stats fall on the correct spot, you know, it might not be suitable for a Temtem that uses a lot of SP attacks, that has, you know, really low SP attack. Also, I want to point out that currently I have a problem, which is my quest list. I can't seem to scroll down or scroll away from it. So I can't check any other quests or missions that I have. So it's still in early access, so they don't have everything fully refined yet. But as far as the gameplay, as far as the story, it's still really good. Just minor tweaks, like for example, we can't create clans yet. All these things are in the future. We can't even converse, we can't talk in game yet, which is something that I feel like they should address as soon as possible, because it starts to feel a little bit lonely unless you are camping in their Discord or looking for friends there. So the whole reason why I'm telling you about the quest thing is because although I'm sharing with you all the Temtems I got for free without catching them, I'm not 100% sure that I've got every single free Temtem. So if you're watching this video and you notice that I don't have a certain Temtem that I could have gotten, please let me know down in the comments so that I can go get it, or just tell me where to find or activate the quest. Maybe even just drop me the quest name, I can look it up in the wiki. But I'm pretty sure these are the only Temtems that you can get so far for free. Okay, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.